runs in lane 4. The Minnesota Collegians, Carroll was talking about in lanes 7 and 8, Mitch Potter and Adam Steele. Calvin Harrison had an impressive win at Los Angeles June 1st. He is in lane 1.
Calvin Harrison made a huge push with about 75 meters to go in Los Angeles, but he's in lane 1 today. It's going to be a little tough. They've been running everybody in the semifinals and the prelims from lanes 2 and out, but they're using lane 1 today. Shouldn't be that much of a factor for him because you train in lane 1 all the time. You really never train in any other lane. Everybody just lines up in lane 1 and you run from there, but we'll see if he can finish strong today.
Tyree Washington won the United States and World Indoor titles this winter. Coming back after a very difficult period in his life last summer when he was unfortunately put in a position of testifying against his sister in a first-degree murder case involving the death of his niece. It was a very difficult time. He says, though, he's used that experience as motivation to try and do something good with his life.
I don't really think Tyree has been challenged at this track meet in the prelims or the semifinals. I think he'll run as fast as he absolutely has to. I talked to Antonio Pettigrew just moments before this race when they were on the practice track, and I said, how fast can he go? And he said, you know, we're just going to work the first 200 with the group, and then we're going to let it, and then we're going to see what we got at the end. You know, you have to realize a lot of these athletes are going to Europe in the next couple of weeks, so this is a priority for them. But some of them might hold back just a little because they know they've got another race in 5 or 6 days.
Michael Johnson was the man with the golden shoes. Tyree Washington is the man with the neon shoes. Slight delay in the start. They're having some problems with a couple of the starting blocks, and it looks like they're dealing with the speaker system behind a couple of the runners that allows them to hear the commands and give everyone an equal chance to get away. Lewis?
Well, the gentleman who handled the blocks down here, the technical system, have been walking around checking all of the speakers. I remember yesterday there was one block out in lane 8 or 9 that did not work properly, and once they recalled everybody, they called them back to give them all a fair chance. But right now everything seems to be working fine now as we see them getting down in the set position.
So Tyree Washington in lane 4. Adam Steele, the Minnesota junior, has run the fastest time in the world this year. He's outside in lane 8.
Delays like that will give the advantage to the more experienced guys, definitely, because Tyree has gone through that kind of stuff before.
And a good start.
Jerome Young looks like he got out. He looks like he got out real well, and by doing so, he's going to drag Tyree along with him.
Derek Brew in lane 3. Tyree Washington in lane 4, strong down the back straightaway and into the far turn.
Mitch Potter looks like he's working awful hard out there on the outside, and those Minnesota guys said they just wanted to get through one more round. I said, all you got's one to go. Give it all you got.
Onto the main straightaway, Tyree Washington in lane 4, Jerome Young in lane 5, and watch Calvin Harrison in lane 1. Harrison trying to draw even, but it's Washington with a final kick down the straightaway. Tyree Washington let the big dog out and wins the Verizon men's 400-meter final.
44:33 is an excellent time. You got Jerome Young on the team as well. And it was Calvin Harrison with the big push with 50 meters to go at the end.
That is the fastest time in the world this year for a men's 400-meter. Tyree Washington, the United States national champion for 2003.
I think it was really Tyree's race to win or lose. He was going to run. He was going to run as fast as he had to win this race. And Tyree usually is about even with quite a few guys coming down to the last 100 meters, but he was a little bit ahead this time. I think Calvin Harrison might have tried to sneak up on him on the inside, and if you catch somebody, you glance over there and catch somebody's colors, you know they're coming, and I think he just goosed it with about 20 meters to go to make sure he had the win. This is going to be a very experienced crew going to Paris this year for the World Championships.
So Tyree Washington with a 44:33. Fastest time in the world in 2003, and he wins the men's 400-meter final. Lewis is ready to talk with him. Lewis?
Well, Alan, he says he's trying to muster a smile, but there's no more energy left. Tyree, how important not only to win, but to win with the fastest time in the world?
Oh, that's just a blessing. You know, I came to the championships not really too confident because I knew that, you know, that I'm gonna run against some excellent guys. The college guys are running good. You know, you got Jerome, Calvin, you know, Derek Brew, so forth. But man, I just thank God, you know, just to get through it today.
Let me ask you this. How important was it not only to let the guys in America know that you're back in a dominant form, but also everyone else around the world who are watching their email now getting this time that you just laid down?
Well, I mean, I wanted to know that I was coming back this year and that I want to set a precedence. Once again, I just think I give all my credit to God, and I'm just happy to be here.
All right, congratulations. Celebrate.
All right.
Okay, Alan.
All right, Lewis, we check the results now in the men's 400-meter final. Tyree Washington, Calvin Harrison out of lane 1, and Jerome Young making the United States team for the World Championships. The two collegians, Potter and Steele, not able to back up their NCAA performance and make the world team this year. Let's check in on what's